people have this may ruffle some feathers, but I don't give a fuck. I feel like black people have revolutionized poverty and made it look so fucking cool that people think we like it.
I ain't gonna lie.
I think that black people have made poverty look so cool that people think we fucking like it, bro. We don't like it. We're just making the best of it.
Even the trauma that come from it, niggas aspire to.
Like,
niggas want to be a tough nigga. You don't realize this nigga ain't tough. This nigga just watched his daddy die and his mama on drugs, and like his life, that nigga traumatized. That nigga got PTSD. He ain't tough,
but he got
he's traumatized, and to the point where.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something. And this is, forgive me for just going at this. The caption is blackness doesn't equal poverty, but the name of the poverty is Grits and Eggs Podcast. That's not the cloud on them. I'm just saying, it's like those two. That's an easy target, yo. That's an easy target. I'm not saying that's a bad on them, but that's an easy target.
A nigga could grow up in a home like this and aspire to be from the project.
It's because, unfortunately, people think that blackness is tied to poverty.
It's not.
They think that the black experience is being poor. That's why when you have others who equate poverty to being black. Oh, I don't have any privilege. I grew up poor. Why the fuck do you think because you've been broke that you know what it feels like to be black? No, you don't. You've just been poor.
Well, I think that those people that say they're just liars. It's
like,
just like
I think that, like I said, we made poverty look so easy and so cool that they think that it's
we
synonymous.
just are cool. You not gonna take.
He hit the nail on the head. It's not that we made poverty look cool. It's just that we are cool. We create slang that the whole world uses over and over again. We create styles and fashions that the whole world adopts and uses. We create meals that people don't normally eat and now are served at restaurants at high prices. Guess what? Shrimps, that was something that most people would not eat. But when our folk, we got a hold of shrimp and we made it look good, guess what? Tony's uptown is selling that for $100 plate. So it's not that blackness equals poverty. Blackness in many cases equals excellence. We do things with excellence, and we have made it so that people would want to adapt our styles. People wear sunglasses when there's no sun out. That came from rappers. That came from rap culture. People wearing their hat backwards and everything. Rap culture. I could go on. Let me keep going.
Take the cool. You're not gonna take the rhythm. Yeah, you're not gonna take the rhythm out of black people's steps. You're not gonna keep black people quiet. I think
we're always gonna be too loud when we were never meant to be heard.
Don't mean to interrupt your video. I promise this won't take long. Have you heard of Melodics? If you haven't, I want you to take a look at this. Melodics is a learning tool that helps music producers learn how to finger drum better, play the keyboard better, or even use electronic drums better. This is something that if you are serious about your music production journey and you want to separate yourself from people who don't know music theory or who don't know how to play the keyboard or who don't know how to finger drum, this is for you. I would highly recommend buying this. I have a link down below. It is an affiliate link. I do get a financial kickback from this. It doesn't cost you extra, but it does benefit the channel if you do click on that. So I will encourage you to check out that link, and you will get a percentage off your next purchase with Melodics if you go ahead and sign up under me. So check it out down below. I'll catch you back in the video.
Never gonna stop us from being creative. So we're gonna find ways to express. And just as much as you're gonna have somebody that is gonna be critical of America, you're gonna have somebody that celebrate their neighborhood.
Correct.
And both things exist. And I think that
two things can be right.
Glorification when you got record labels pretty much creating a blueprint for what our music should be.
Right.
And they putting it in a spreadsheet. This does well and this does well.
And they got a checklist.
And they got a checklist, and these words have to be mentioned, and this is the subject matter.
And you're gonna tell me black.
And you're gonna tell me black.
So good stuff, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure this is on Twitter. Hold up. Let me take a quick look here on Twitter. So this is from Justin the Perfumer on Twitter. I'll make sure I have his link in the description so y'all can go ahead and check that out. But yeah, the whole idea that blackness equals poverty is rooted in many of us in not having the healthiest relationship when it comes to money. In many cases, we've been trained to say that's too expensive. In fact, we have a lot of media that kind of promoted this in a sense. You look at the one that comes off the top of my head is Everybody Hates Chris. What was one of the biggest things? My man works 3 jobs. Like, you know, talking about Julius and everything, and Julius with how cheap he was or how much he looked at money on how like turn off the clocks where people were asleep and everything. And keeping a tab on how much something costs. And it was a metaphor with how a lot of men in our culture, we would be fixated by how much something costs rather than how valuable something is. And there's a difference. Because when you look at how much something is costing you, you're looking to see how can I stop making that payment? How can I lessen the cost? But no one looks to lessen value. Everybody looks to either increase value or to continue to get great value. Not great value, the store, but you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, what I will say is this is something that's not going to change overnight. This is something that will change when people, and when I say people, I'm looking mostly at some in Gen X, mainly millennials, who are willing to put in the work now and sacrifice all that they have so that the up and coming generations could benefit. So Gen Alpha, Gen Beta could benefit. So this way we could really fulfill the scriptures when it says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Because the other half of that, the wealth of the sinners laid up for the righteous. So if we literally think that blackness equals poverty, guess what? The wealth that we've had is going to be laid up for the just. And in many cases, I'm gonna tell you what that looks like. I'm gonna tell you exactly what that looks like. That looks like investing in Jordan. That looks like investing in Apple. That looks like investing in Samsung. That looks like investing in Sony. That looks like investing in Nintendo. What have you, more than you will in your own companies, in your own businesses, in your own stocks, in your own portfolios. So that's all I gotta say. My name is Avidan Smith, and I hope creatives like you find your unique sound and live a purpose-driven life. If you have not already, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and most of all, you make sure you share this with a friend. And before you go, check out this playlist right here. Has more of my opinions and everything that I have spoken about, and we'll go off from there. Catch you in the next one.